Good morning. This is Lisa Marie. I hope you're well, perfect, whole, and complete. Hope everything is going beautifully. So, hey, I'm gonna wait for y'all to come on. And before while I do that, in case you catch the replay, y'all watch the videos on the channel. For whatever reason, everybody's not getting notifications. My nails got to be done over. So, this is what I've done. I've created a Facebook page or a Facebook group. My nails, why? A Facebook group. I'm not Facebook. I keep saying Facebook. A WhatsApp group, and it's just basically I'm able there to tell you when I'm coming live. So all you gotta do is click the link in the description box, and it's to WhatsApp. Hopefully you have it. If you don't, please download it, and then you can see when I'm coming live. I'll just put it up there and say, hey, I'm coming live. And if you want to be on the live videos, then you come on. Then we just don't even have to worry about YouTube getting in touch with y'all because you always get the notification from the WhatsApp. Everyone else just have to keep checking. Even if you're watching on the replay, make sure you watch it. Make sure you subscribe. If you are liking these videos, particularly, especially, subscribe, y'all. Subscribe. So this week. I plan on. Hey, baby G. Good morning. I accidentally left the WhatsApp group. Can I be re-added? I'm deleting this message so you will. I think. Yeah. I saw you. I saw you show a love because I put up today. I put up today that I was coming on, and I saw you put a heart on it. So, are you sure you deleted it, or you just deleted it now? Let me know. Did you just delete it afterwards? Because I saw you put a heart. I was so happy to see you. And you said there was two of them. Did you, can you subscribe? Because you know what I do? Thanks to you. I want to thank you so much. Okay, just now. Okay, I think, can you click the link, go back and click the link again? Click the link and see if you can go back in. Because I don't know how to add people. I guess I could add people. Email me just in case so I can see how I could add you. But I also see if you can go back in and click one of the links again. Let me know if that works. This case helps somebody else. And I really want to thank you too because thank you for letting me know I have two links basically. So what I do is I double the message. I put it on one and then I put on the other as well, just so that both people can get it. I try to leave one of the two. Oh, I got what? Yeah. Okay. Good. Hopefully, if you can't get back in normal, then you send me your WhatsApp number, and I know I can add you that way. I'm sure I can. So let me know, okay? Because you know I need you in there, girl. I will click the link in. Yeah, let me know. If it doesn't work, we'll do it another way. We'll do it where I'll just add you. And I'll be happy to. Thank you for that, girl. You helped me a lot. Hey, Dion. Hey, so baby G, if not, just send me your information and I'll get you in either way. But it'd be good to know, just in case somebody else mistakenly do that. Let's see if they can just merely click back in because of the two. But what I do now, I write the message and then I copy it and then paste it so that everybody can get back in as well. So everybody can get it. So I thank you for that. That was like a lifesaver. So yes, y'all, today is Monday at the Art Center. I would say it's quiet. It's a quiet day. It's a quiet day in general. I think Mondays is like that day, right? Pretty quiet. Um, so this is what happens sometimes. Sometimes you're faster than the production team. Let's just put it that way. So I'm making my bags. I already got two orders that already paid, and I'm waiting for the fabric that goes inside. When I gave it to the guy, gave him the money, ordered the fabric, gave him the printout of the logo so he can do the silk screen. I did everything I was supposed to do on the day I was supposed to do it. And he told me a certain day. I was all excited. It didn't happen. So he said tomorrow. So but he's been telling me tomorrow for a couple of days. So I believe it really is tomorrow. So although I'm ready to get back in front of making some more bags, we're not doing that right now because I got to wait for the inner fabric. So Fred's cut out everything. Everything is ready. So that's what happens. Sometimes you're ready, but they're not ready. So I'm waiting on that. But that's good. Once that's ready, what I'm gonna do in the meantime is go pick out some fabric, buy the fabric for what do you call it? The dust bags. I'm gonna get the fabric for the dust bags. So I'm gonna get today, and then when tomorrow I can take that to him, That's easy. That's just a matter of stamping the bags. He can do that. You give it to him, he'll give it to you in what, 30 minutes or so. So that one will be fast and easy. I gotta get somebody to sew the bags up. That's what I'm working on too. Who's gonna sew the bags? First, Esther used to be my bag sewer, but she's so busy because she's doing her own thing. She's gonna have new dresses this week too, every week. But she's doing her own thing, so that's where that is. But y'all, we are about to come out. I wanted to move this on because I want to break up all the 10 bags as much as I could, and then I want to move on. I'm making the Kuba, and then I'm gonna move on to the lunch bags, the makeup bags, and the jewelry bags. Cause I need a makeup bag for my lip balms, my lip gloss, and sometimes my lipstick when I want to get a beat face. That's as beat as it's going. Unless I'm on some fancy show, and then they want to beat my face altogether because of the lights and all the other stuff, right? That's not how my mind is thinking. Yeah, so that is coming, y'all, and it's gonna be made with some beautiful fabric, unique and different. I keep promoting that. I did a master class yesterday, and one of the sisters, Mama T, the elder of the class, the goddess, the queen. I mean, she's so beautiful in every way. And she was saying to me how, y'all, when I was making my videos in the morning, I would make those morning videos, and I would be in my little, yellow outfit, thank for the love, and I'd be making my food. And she was saying, to me, it's like a simple video. I'm so glad I made it. I just love showing you what I'm doing. And she's like, but it's inspiring. And it reminds us people that have gone through stuff, maybe like people when you go through like trauma and, just trauma. Heartbreak, trauma, but heartbreak from other things. You can have a heartbreak from losing a child. You can have a heartbreak from losing a parent. So just people going through stuff. She said sometimes the first thing that goes is you forget to eat. And I've been there. I know about that one. You forget to eat. Like I feel like I'm really gonna start gaining my weight back soon because going through stuff. And she said just you sitting there and saying, okay, this is what I'm making. This is what I'm making. This is the smoothie I'm having. This is the salad. This is it just really brought her back to like, yes, remember to eat. Remember to do a little exercise. Remember to do movement. Grief is deep, So I just really love that she expressed that. And I said, I'm so serious about my lunch. I bring it every day. But that lunch box is where I hit my eye with that thing, lunch box. The lunch box is too big, too bulky, and too much plastic, and we want to do less plastic in the world. So I'm creating my own lunches, but my lunch bags, which I'm going to prefer, because, how you be all this cute, and then you got that big old clunky made in China, made in China lunch box. So I found the place to get I gave it to my bag man. He's going to buy the thing that keeps the containers cool. Then I gotta actually, oh no, we don't have to. That's right. I'm gonna do I got ideas. Okay, I got ideas. Yeah, what we're gonna do with the bag. It's going to be so dope. And my first idea, I can't even tell y'all of what is the style of the lunch bag that I'm going to create. I can't tell you yet because I gotta tell my bag guy first. And it's something that remind me. It's just reminiscent of being a child growing up in Brooklyn and how we took our lunches, if we did. I mean, so we had no money, so we ain't had no lunchbox, lunch bag, nothing, child. We had free lunch. The free lunch program actually started by the Black Panther for Self-Defense. The Black Panther Party for Self-Defense actually started the free lunch programs. Their pilot program was the beginning of free lunch programs in public school systems. That's some trivia for you, fun fact. So I was in the free lunch program, child. So we got to school early, so I could have the free breakfast, and then it was a free lunch, child. Other than that, sometimes we ain't even had that to eat. Anyway, I told you my background. You already know. But we had a wonderful, loving family. My family, I grew up well. I'm so blessed. I love my mother so much. But yeah, we had a lot to eat. So the free lunch program was everything. So anyway, but what I want to make is just kind of an ode to all of those kind of little things. So my lunch bag is going to be beautiful. My little makeup bag. Makeup for me is like, I got my tweezer, my eye pencil. I don't always color in my brows, but see, I did today. My lip glosses, because if I have lipstick, if I ever have that again, which I will, lipstick, eyeliner, mascara, the small makeup bag, that small one. Then I'm gonna make a jewelry bag because I got all this jewelry and I have nowhere to put it. And I'll make one that you open up and you can see all your rings, all your bendies. I'm gonna have a bindi hold. It's gonna be custom. You're gonna have a whole your stuff in the leather, honey. You have your ring pouch, and I'm gonna make it like the lunch bag, and then the jewelry bag, and then the makeup bag, right? And then I got some. We're gonna start hooking up on the special items, the travel items as well, but it's all limited. I use that fabric, and I'll never use that fabric again. Okay, whatever fabric that's going to be. So I'm really loving the accessories. I'm also selling any outfit you see, I can get it for you, okay? If I got it, you get it. And of course, my Esther dresses, if anybody has received the Esther dresses, if people tell me they are beautiful. They are very, I, Esther has a style. And I'm going to say that it's very feminine. First of all, I'm going to tell y'all because I might not know. I feel like she captures they're going to be sold in my store, but she captures the African aesthetic. The way the dresses are shaped, designed, that's what African women wear. That's the silhouette. That's one of the silhouettes of African women. I mean, who best to make African dresses than African women? So you really are getting a taste of Ghana. Like, no cap, no lie. Like, you're getting a taste of Ghana for real. And when you put it on, you're going to feel like that. You know, look at if I turn my thing around one time, I promise you that every single woman wears dresses. You really, rarely see a woman with pants on here, whether it's Accra, whether it's the Volta. So that just not out. And every time somebody come by, I will show you. So you're really getting that taste of Africa to me through the clothing, and that's why I love her clothes. Like right now, I want to go get a dress. Like no, her dresses are beautiful. Any dress you buy, I call it the Esther collection. Any dress you buy from me, because she ain't selling none of it like that. She ain't got no time. It'll be sold in my shop on Afrocentric Home Design. I promise you that you can't go wrong. There's not gonna be one you think like it was funny. Like sometimes I'll think, oh, this one. They'll be like, oh, I love that. I love that. I love that. I'll be like, oh, this one. When I first see it, when I put it on, I'll be like, oh my God, they're gorgeous. They look good on everybody. But African women are all sizes: tall, short, thin, thick hips, small hips, narrow hips. I mean, we're human, so we're every single size. But the aesthetic is the same, and that's what I love. So I really just wanted to say that to your life. Because one sister asked me, the dress that I bought, what do you think? I said, oh my God. She said, what do you think? Because the pattern. I said, oh my God, no, it's beautiful. I call her dresses magical. She's magical. I've been talking about her for years, so y'all know I'm not even trying to, I don't have to sell you too hard. She was the one with my 2 collection lines, or 3, or whatever I had. She was the one that sold them all. She's the one that I wrote this, sketched it, and she made it happen. So I speak very highly of her. So continue to buy beautiful dresses and clothes and all of that. Hey, Lakeisha, let me go back. Oh my God, everybody's here. Everybody's here. Baby G, hey Dion. Get notified when Lisa goes live on YouTube. Join the WhatsApp group. Thank you. Let me get my fan, y'all. I think I gotta do, you know what? I'm about to design a new fan. This fan has been in the market forever. And let me tell you about this fan. How grateful I am of the fan. Y'all got these fans. These fans are very standard. I mean, I'm sure you can get African shops even in the States. But I'm going to do something a little different. But they work, and of course, they're pretty. This is the local fabric, but I'm going to do something else with the fabric. But yes, thanks. So please join the WhatsApp group. The link is right there. It's free, and you don't have to wait for YouTube to notify you. You can always know when I'm live. Morning says, hey, Dion. Diane, sorry, Diane, it's so nice to see you. Hey, Dion. Hey, Lisa, would you say African-American women are targets for the Ghanaian men? Would it be easy to be taken advantage of? I heard they are slick and shady AF. What would you say? I would say that I would love to do a whole video on that. I really would. But I would not like to do it here. It's not good for anything. And people get mad, but oh my God. You know, I just asked one day, are there targets for African American women? I think they're targeting for their own women too, because I'm here now and I get to talk to, the sisters, and it's a lot. But I would love to. If y'all, we could do, I want to think about that. I was thinking about those, we got to do a paid class. Because first of all, if people got to pay, everybody ain't gonna come near to insult you, and that's what they're gonna do if I did it for free. I'm gonna tell you right now. So I would like to do a class on that if people really wanted to know, or do a consultation. But I'll do it less, like $50 for an hour consultation. If people really had a good question about it, but I would have to. So it's yes, it's interesting. Hey Fiona, good evening. How are you? I love you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for helping me. I gotta still watch the whole video. Oh, I better hurry and do it because you said you're gonna take it down. Because I want to know, I want to figure out how to put the products on too, and I think you're showing me all of that. Thank you, Fiona. Blaze, how are you? Evening, everyone. Fiona says, welcomes everyone, says Baby G. Jonathan says, you're so beautiful. Thank you. I was on the free lunch program. Yes, Kurt, the free lunch program too. You know about it. Come on. Hey, Lakeisha. Hey, Urban Beat. What's up? What's up? Hello. Hello. I was able to join. Okay, good. That's good to know. Okay. Uh, wow. Let me ask you, Dion, where are you getting all this? I mean, I'm not saying it's true or not true. I'm just curious. Where are you hearing all this? Is it like knowledge on YouTube, or other legit question, or is it people actually coming back? Because I see what's happening, right? So now African Americans are coming, right? They're traveling. Not everybody's coming to live, some coming to visit. So I think a lot of information is coming out, right? Yeah, and I'm gonna say this. Um, I don't think it's just a Ghana thing. I think what we're being introduced to is, impoverished, unfortunately, nations or countries. And because of the corruption, that's where the people start to begin desperate, because the top is so not right that, of course, it doesn't, but then with all the money up there, it doesn't trickle down to the people. So I think there's the level of desperation that I don't think that we're that familiar with. We thought we knew, but we really didn't. So in all fairness, I like to want to talk about, I always tell them when I talk to the names, like, I hope I live to see the day when y'all get, when the power structure is turned, and that the people really could prosper. Because I think if that they had ways to prosper, they would never leave their country. There would not be too many scams, and everybody would not be trying to get to the U.S. And I don't think it's just Ghanaians that want to get to the U.S. for a so-called better life, which right now I don't think that's even going to, I think that is changing. I think it's many people from different countries. So to be specific, I would be having a hard time being very specific. I mean, I probably could be more specific than most people because this is all I know over here, but I do want to just put that out there that in all fairness, there's reasons to it. I think that, I want to say Black American women because I'm one of them, and I'm talking to myself. I made mistakes, so let me go from a place of that. That's the only place I could talk from. To sit here and say that they're this and they're scammers and they're this and they're that could be true now, but I feel like the women that fall for it, and I'm one of them, we didn't fall for it in the States. There's women that fall for it in the States, but we didn't fall for it in the States. So what do if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. We got to get our self-love together. I'm talking about self. This is the journey I'm on. We got to not be fooled. We got to know that we get caught up. We want the culture to be what we think it is. I was just talking to an elder today about the traditions. Like, they don't even marry traditionally in a way that was not the traditional marriage ceremony. That's one. But because they got all the other stuff added, they didn't even one time do the court and get signed and do like legal things. And the traditional was enough. And they definitely didn't do the white wedding. But even it's so sad. But I gotta say, I'm going back to us. I feel like we need to be honest with ourselves as Black American women that some of it is too good to be true. And we're looking for love outside of ourselves. And we get mad when we still didn't find it. There's nowhere else but it for aside. I think on a higher vibratory frequency, we attract what we are. If I attracted somebody that I believe maybe took advantage, used or whatever, then where was my frequency? You know, where did I stop? Where did I take my radar and act like I didn't have any? Like, where did I not exercise discernment? Where did I allow boundaries to be crossed? And that's weird. Why did I? Where was my? I feel like if we walk in high frequency, we're not going to meet those people. I don't care, not in the States, not here, not anywhere. And then another thing, we got to understand where we are, or for those that are visiting, where you're coming to. This is not, we are still being very, I know I'm not Christian, I promise I don't use words like this, but we got to check our insecurity, our self-worth. We also got to check our lust level too. I mean, we often look at them as some objects. You know, I don't feel like I ever did, but the fact is they're extremely fine. They're beautiful. I mean, are we coming to buy? Are we, it's so deep and it's so intricate and it's so layered. We have to look at ourselves too, and not just always try to play the victim, because in a lot of ways, like it's like, oh, we were just so innocent and we really loved the person, and you married them in 3 weeks. I mean, you don't think that was a little fast? Like, you believe everything he say? This good-looking guy ain't got nobody, not even a girl somewhere in the village. His mama don't want to come to the country. Like, I mean, it's the red flags be out there. The red flags be all over the place. Like, so I mean, I think if we're gonna really have a conversation about it, I think that we have to take responsibility for, you know, I don't know, I don't know. Like, I can see now that Ghana's gonna get a reputation that women are not gonna take the men. I'm sorry, y'all. And Ghana's not gonna take the men very seriously, the women, and that's probably gonna be might be for the best, but we're looking for love in all the wrong places. We got to look for the love within ourselves. So I'm not going to talk too bad because I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel comfortable saying that what I feel. I don't feel comfortable believing that we're just innocent women who came for love for real. Now, as far as the women being disingenuous, I mean, I think that's kind of what you alluded to. Um, Pretentious. I don't really still get to know the women. Like, I don't have any close. I have a close relationship with one sister, kind of close, and she's a diasporan Ghanaian, and that's different because they get treated differently too because they have more money and they have more, So I really can't speak on the women because I'll be honest with you, I don't know the women like that. I don't get to connect the women like that because usually what they do and I do, I never get to, be with them. But I'll see. I'm making more friends. So we'll see about that. I couldn't really answer that. I mean, other men, do the men take advantage? I think we come though. We come with the money sometimes, and we come spending it, and we'll come be like, come on, I'm gonna do this for you. I'm gonna take you there. I'm gonna support you. I'm gonna help you. I just wonder, like, I don't know if we necessarily come thinking that we're going to buy a boy. Like, I shouldn't even say that. Buy a human. Okay, that's even worse. I don't know what you would call it. I think though that something happens to us too when we start losing our mind. We left our minds at the airport when we came over here. I think we got to be very careful of just getting ourselves together, loving on ourselves, taking responsibility for any hurt, pain, or trauma that we have not healed before we come to another country and expect the guy you just met that told you he loved you in 2 days or 3 days to really be taken seriously as a husband when you got all these women here that they're not married to and they could marry. I mean, like, I think that we have some responsibility, and I know it's a different take, but I'm just trying to be, you know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, I know you asking, I don't mind you asking, because you asked somebody who have been with a Ghanaian, like what it was. I think there's narcissists out here too, just like there are everywhere else in the world. I think you're gonna meet them everywhere. Would I ever date a person who probably doesn't have the ability to have what I have, or I would never do that again. I would never, ever, ever do that again. I think when you bring evenly yoked is such a thing, and I think when you come together evenly yoked, at least you can get out the way that the person might want you for the green card. Okay, money wise, the person has his own, so now you know the person don't want you for that. The person has the ability to travel back for the states. They don't need you to get them there. I think that you gotta start at an even playing field in general. And I think that eliminates, you don't even have to wonder. But yeah, I think if you come and you got more and they don't, and you got ability for them to get a green card, you're always going to wonder if do they really love you or do they want you for this. You know what I'm saying? Like you're always going to wonder. And the ones that I feel like that they American and they another one, okay, they're letting you know I'm targeting Americans. Why wouldn't you go with your own women? I don't care what they say about their women. That's their women. And men that don't like their own women, I'm scared of them anyway. Like that's like Black American men will talk about us. That's not cool. I love this thing was going on TikTok about how some Black American men, not all of them, were talking about how they wouldn't be with a Black American woman, and all these other women of color and other women, white women included, was like, I'm not attracted to no man that don't like their own women. So even when you come here to men be like, oh, the can name women of this, can name women of that, you don't like your own women, I would put that up as a red flag. I would put that as a red flag. So, it's poverty, and it's abject in so many ways. To me, I see they eat every day, but they want what we got. It's society that throws what they think we got. Like, and that's the point is we don't really have that money. We lose our job, we're gonna be homeless. The mortgage don't get paid for 2 or 3 months. We're out on the street. Rent don't get paid. Might be less than that. I just really want to just take responsibility for my part in, that, we go. If you fall for it once, don't fall for it twice. If you fall for it once, don't fall for it twice. So, just looking at it from another perspective as well. But it's a conversation. I don't have a problem with it. I did take it down. I can put it back up. I will send you thank you, Fiona. I appreciate it so much. I think we all fall for elsewhere because we hope to encounter Black men that treat us properly. Yes, I think so. I think that's the thing. I think that we fall for elsewhere. I agree with her. We want to believe that because we believe that they have a culture. They really don't have that culture that much like they used to anymore. That's number one. And I think we want to believe that, because that's what the passport bros, that's what they say. They say, okay, you can still be a Black woman, but go to Colombia, go to Puerto Rico, go to, you know what I'm saying? Like, these people know how to act. And I don't think those women are very serious either. You know what I'm saying? If he wants to go like that, you could say, Yeah, we do need to analyze why we bypass red flags. Exactly. Desperation and loneliness. Desperation and loneliness. Desperation and loneliness. Fiona said it. We kind of come in desperate and lonely. So we are already lonely because that's true. We're not getting it like that like we used to. Relationships have changed everywhere. Everybody's influenced. So we come in desperate and we come in lonely. Come on, sis. Baby G says, Fiona, I agree with you to a certain degree, but I think it's a majority of the reason why. I think our choice in men stems from our relationship with the men we grew up with and encounter. I think so too. I think that's the real thing. It's like we're coming already with trauma. We're trying to think a place is going to solve what 50 to 100 years have not solved for us. Because we're not really looking for what triggers us to be attracted to men that abuse or use or and listen, what I went through, like I probably could say the most horrible things, but I gotta say, I was a part of that. So what was going on? What part of myself did I need to heal? What part of myself that wasn't telling me that this is not a good idea? You know what I'm saying? It's and yeah, it's deep. It's deep. But I say both because think about it. I got out of it and I was taken out of it and somebody else got into it knowing. So it shows you there's still that desperation, that loneliness, and also the trauma. There's always going to be another young lady or older woman from the States that's going to come and say, this is not going to happen to me. That I'm smarter, I'm special, I'm lighter, I'm darker, I'm bigger, I'm small. Whatever the thing that they think that the Ghanaians don't have. Ghanaians got everything. They got the women of every race, every complexion, size. There's nothing that they can't get right here. So just ask yourself that one, Yes. Not trusting ourselves that it will be okay. That too. That too. Yes, personally, I'll never met a black man who has done right by me in my personal life. Oh, and you know what? I'm sorry to hear that. And I'll tell you why, because I don't want that for you. I gotta say, I've met some incredible black men. Now, let me just say, if they were so incredible, one would say, why am I with them? I think that people grow and change. I think that there's times that you do want more and different, but we still came in because it's like there's the black man, but there's a black woman. And I know I'm not blaming us. I'm saying, okay, so then a black woman nurtured that black man. What happened? Maybe we love too much. Maybe we've tried to protect so much. I think that there's trauma in black folks, especially coming from America. I'm here too, to be very, very honest, all over. And I think that a lot of the sons are produced by mothers that were very, very traumatized. We need healing. We need to heal as black people all over the globe. We do need to do better by each other. We do need to. And I understand that, of course, if we hold a certain kind of vibrational frequency, and of course we're going to always, if we got that frequency from childhood, then of course we're going to, the reality is going to prove us right. If you say every man I've met and every man my sister met, every man all my friends met have been no good, then that's a belief. And that belief will continue to attract that same thing. And the thing is, it's very difficult to break it because a lot of that belief was put into us, like you said, before we could even talk, when we were children. It's generation. It's the generational curse, isn't it? We got to do better. I want us to do better. I want to believe that we can. I've had black men that have they been perfect? No, but let me tell you, a lot of these men, no man or woman is perfect, but they took me to places that I, just on a mental, spiritual, emotional level, that I couldn't even imagine. There's so many, I believe there's amazing black men in the world, especially the ones that do the work. So as we're doing the work, we will start attracting the ones that are doing the work. And if they're not doing the work, we won't even tolerate that. If we got men that are runners, men that go from woman to woman and never have a break, like we gotta look at them and be like, ooh, maybe, when was your last woman? You just left her? You just came out of her bed and went into mine? Like, I mean, I don't care what he said, you still did that. Like, or you, nothing ever worked out with any of the women. Like, it all ended really, really, really bad to the point you're not even talking to them, but they're all the same way. Either you're attracting the same toxic women or you're toxic. So I just feel like we have to just examine and heal as black people. I hope that we could do it. But thank you for sharing your honest, and I'm with the honesty. Maybe some of these women are looking for something they didn't get and couldn't get in their home country. Absolutely, they are. I mean, there's no doubt. But it doesn't exist here either because what we're looking for is an illusion. We're looking for non-reality. We're looking for something outside of ourselves. That's what we're looking for. We got to stop that. I can understand how the accent makes us think it's different. I can understand how a tribal affiliation makes us think it's different. But I'm telling you, it's not. A man is a man is a man, a woman is a woman. Trauma is trauma. If you think we were this is another thing. Y'all think because people would think, oh, we're more traumatized because of the enslavement Holocaust. They're just as traumatized with colonialism and also corruption. Africans are traumatized. Africans abroad and at home. Stories I could tell. Traumatized. Imagine being raised by a traumatized mother, an abused mother, a mother who was enslaved, a mother who was trafficked, a mother who was molested at a young age where it was almost considered normal. Imagine being raised by a child bride, a 12-year-old. That's your mother. Imagine having to be sold to a man to be his wife when you can't even read and write. Never. You think that's not trauma? Imagine being a man who has to go so far to work that he don't see his wife for months and months at a time, maybe even a whole year. Imagine all the broken families. Imagine the abuse, physical, mental, spiritual. And then you say, why are these men like that? This is what they raised by. But we got, like I said, we got this notion that African life is perfect and tribal and cultural. they don't even have those things in place. They don't even adhere to those things. Not all of them, but a lot. So we got this. I think it's this like this idyllic, this romantic version of Africa. These men are going to be better, but they're still black. We are more connected as African people abroad and at home than we even realize. The trauma of their ancestors, which became us, is still there because the same people who took their ancestors and became us is the same people that stayed here and traumatized out. So I think if we can just get that out and start, when do we, and start doing the healing work of black people on black people, or black people as black people. But if you come here thinking that they got it better, they're going to be nicer, or they're going to, they got to, it's just, you should really put them under the same microscope, if you do put anybody in a microscope, as you do the men abroad. But really put yourself under the microscope and say, how much do I have my self-worth is intact? Do I love myself? Will I ignore red flags? Do I have discernment? Do I have boundaries? Is this sounding too good to be true? Am I knowing in my mind that this is not going to work, but I'm wanting to work so bad? Does this person, they even a version of love, there's not the same, but we have a Hollywood version of love and they just really don't. So there's that too. It's so much, but I'm glad we're having a conversation. The black men I witnessed growing up, this is wrong. Abandoning them after they gave birth, DV, yes, selling drugs, in and out of prison, chronic cheating. It's here too. It's here too. I would say on the same level. I would not even say it's less. I just want people to know that. And it's here in some ways. Sometimes in our culture, maybe it's looked at as those things are wrong, but here it's almost into, some of it is woven into the patriarchal culture, the patriarchal part, which it may not even be theirs, and maybe it is. So that's why I say I look at the black problem as a global problem more than just the answer Theon, more than an African man versus an African American man. It's still, why are we not attracting, if we're on this high vibrational frequency, why are we not attracting at that level? Because usually when you do, either when you start to attract at that level, they will leave you alone. You won't attract them anymore. They'll find somebody else that's on their level. And level meaning, I want to believe his man really loves me. I want to believe that this man couldn't find anybody but me, that he was waiting for me. I want to believe that everything he said about his last woman, when I know it can't be true, because men don't be always telling the truth about the last woman. I want to believe that I'm more special. I want to believe it's the little girl. It's like the little girl. I want to believe in fairy tales. I want to have a fairy tale wedding and my fairy tale prince that comes and saves me. I want to believe that he came and was love at first sight. And it's a little girl way of thinking, which means it's inner child healing that needs to be done. I want to believe everything he tells me. I want to believe that it's only me. I want to believe he would never cheat, even though when I met him, he was cheating. He had somebody else. I want to believe I'm special. I want to believe I'm better than her, because that's the little girl never been seen. Pick me, pick me. I want to believe. I want to believe. It's deep. So I think we really got to look at ourselves and do the healing. Maybe when Black Americans want to come here and they get okey doked, maybe that's when the healing can be done. But yeah, I definitely would say I'm going to look at myself and think I'll be playing the back like, okay, but when you do stand up and you start getting your self-esteem, those energies will leave you, because they know that, okay, this ain't working on this person. This ain't working. I'm going to get somebody else that think I'm the greatest to sliced bread. But will I say it's a specific African who are targeting African American women? No, I'm gonna say that it's broken men targeting broken women. Period. Even the white girls that fall for it, the white women, or whatever else that come, they broken too. Because at some point it becomes further than, we have our own challenges as black people, but broken people, there's white women that have to deal with alcoholic fathers that was inappropriate in touch. DV going on in the house. I mean, this stuff is, let's even talk about from a patriarchal, of domination of women in general. So many women are being violated every single day in their own home. I think this is systemic. I think it's bigger. I think we need healing. I think we need to usher in a new world. We need to pray without ceasing. We need to see the light. We need to teach our girls differently and our boys differently. That's what I was saying in the master class. I want to see a world where the boys are not so easily disposed. I had a sister call me, a Ghanaian woman, because her guy told her to call me. The things that she told me he did was so fucking disgusting. Made me sick. That's why I say when you're saying they doing that to us, no, there's bad men doing this to their own women right here. Horrible stuff. Disgusting and very narcissistic too. It's a problem. We gotta do the work, and we gotta help our girls and our boys do the work. We want to let's birth new children in the new world that is coming. This narcissistic world that we're living in is dying because everybody's being exposed. People are now knowing about it. The women got to get stronger and love themselves more so they can't even meet those men. The men got to be raised by women and men who love themselves. We want to talk about the men. We want to talk about the alcoholic old men. I don't know what it is. I rarely meet a male over 40 here that is not a stone cold functioning alcoholic. And because they don't call them alcoholics, they get to exist and be normal. And they be in electricity be all jacked up, the carpentry no, not one. So what does that say about a society and how depressed the men are? What about the depression that is so deep? But nobody talks about it because we've just really over the last 10 to 20 years started really talking about it as a black community in America. It's a severe depression that poverty does. The inability to take care of your family, of your woman. They got all these rules, but not dealing with all the changes that comes. This is big. I think that we would be really immature or just not really looking at this if we don't look at this in a bigger way. And how do we make our society as black people globally better? We got to birth better children. We got to learn better skills. I hope that we are. Just think about a lot of times if you're traumatized or you're abused, great teens, or you're abused in the black American culture, maybe somebody would be like, hey, you know what? Let's get you some therapy. Sometimes even the welfare department will say you got to go to therapy. Now you come over here, that is not even nothing to even think about. So you want to talk about how these better? They won't even say the person's an alcoholic. That's what I'm trying to tell you. He just drinks a lot. I swear to God. Almost like if I don't admit that this is a real problem, we don't have to change it. So we got resources at least. We got things more out in the forefront that could say, hey, this is a problem. It's a systematic problem. We have to deal with it. So, I mean, we got to really think in a bigger and different way. Thank you for the thumbs up. So, yes, I agree. They think a place is going to solve the problem when actually the work needs to be done within. Yes, Fiona. I truly hope to encounter a healthy, healed black man, and I'm only interested in thinking. That's right, sister. Say it loud and proud, baby G. Good morning, Khadijah. Despite everything, I'm not counting black men out, but I'm speaking. And I understand it, and I'm not mad at it. We need real conversations. Black men need to hold themselves and others accountable and responsible. Yeah, I think it's hard. You know what? I think that we all do. I think we all do. I don't think you can have an unhealed black man or society of black men without having unhealed black women as well. You know why? Because then, even if you want to stay with, then it's those fathers that's still bringing that to their daughters. You know what I'm saying? So we either come from a black man or we go to a black man. So either way, who raises them, and what happened to the parents, and then we gotta go. We gotta say, listen, there's a dysfunction. And because of corruption and racism, white supremacy, since the states were here, colonialism, poverty. I mean, we're not dealing with the poverty level, because if we were, we would say, you don't know what people would do to get out. The things that I know, I could tell you stories that you would not, it ain't for this channel, okay? I didn't know before, but I know now. I know now. Yes, yes, many black women and men are traumatized. Yes, many families hide generational dysfunction instead of addressing them at face value. Yes. Passing down dysfunction for sake. Yes. However, baby G, we are also responsible for who we choose. People always show us who they are, and we choose to ignore it. There should come a time where we say no more out of respect. So yeah, I agree that's what I was saying. Like, we still attracted them, right? Okay, but let's go to now. Let's be a little compassionate on that one. I'm gonna tell you what I mean. If the women knew that they didn't know, then they would actually know, and they would do better. You can't know what you don't know. You can't really know that traumatized people would not be traumatized people if they have boundaries and discernment. What we said is trauma is passed down from generation to generation. So guess what it becomes? It becomes normal. It becomes, matter of fact, some will seep it into the culture and say it's a cultural thing. All men should. It's a cultural thing, which is know that you can have self-control. You cannot hurt another person. So we really are saying that the women that are coming, because I started the conversation, and I want to make sure, but I don't want to be too hard on the sisters because we're talking about this generational trauma that on both sides have it. Because I'm from there and I live here. I see it. This is no less. This is just as deep. I'm going to go deeper because they can really put. It's our culture. It's our culture. The female, clitoris mutilization was the culture. Is that right? Child marriage that's not right either, right? So you understand? You understand? We already know. Let me see if they're coming over here. We already know that. What do? You change the culture. African women have fought against that kind of brutalization. Yes, they have. African women have stood up and men against child brides, which is illegal here. So, what do you say to was it her fault too? She should know better. Well, she grew up in it. Matter of fact, if she said, this is wrong, and this is the way you're treating me is wrong, and daddy, you shouldn't touch me that way, she would be ostracized for the whole community. So let's have some compassion just a little bit. Let's have compassion for ourselves and each other. That the traumatization, I don't know if that's a word, is on all sides. We the ones that know should be helping. That's why I said we need to usher in new children. We need to usher in, new ways. We need to deal with our traumas as adults. And some places don't have the resources. So imagine an African village where the child marriages are illegal, but there's still villages that's doing it. I'm gonna tell you that one. I mean, I think Black American culture has trauma too, and we have customs too, where you don't talk about it, you don't air your dirty laundry. That's what we call it. But there is a little more, to me, organizations that are not going to get this fight against them, dealing with the culture. Where here, the men will fight this because they're benefiting from the, devaluing of maybe girls and women. So I wouldn't be like, they should look at themselves. And that's the problem. We all need to look at ourselves. And that we do with love and compassion, because it's hard. Can you imagine having them sit down and look at yourself as a girl who got fell for the okie doke over and over again? Then we find out that girl was violated by her dad, maybe even her mother. She was beaten and it was normal. She was taken advantage of. Then you gotta say, okay, even though this is a 50-year-old woman or 40-year-old woman or 30-year-old woman, that woman never healed because her culture told her, suck it up. Bad things happen, you be all right. Don't tell nobody. He's a good man, your daddy. He brings food on the table. We're a little more compassionate with children, but we're not compassionate with adults that are still children, because we don't believe. If you stopped at that age that you was traumatized, I don't care if you're 50 and you never got help for it, that's the same traumatized child. We have to have compassion so that women of all ages can come and heal the little girl in themselves. Sometimes we think we healed the little girl in ourselves. Sometimes we say, oh, I'm better. I thought I did, and then realize, okay, wait a second, I've got more healing to do. It's a lifelong journey, and it's a lifelong effort. So we have to be very compassionate. So it's global, absolutely. Hey, Kalea, how are you? Yes, there's personal responsibility to choose, but why must we sift through the bad ones? Why can't men do better from the start? Because they're in the same traumatized state that we are. Yes, some men will present themselves as a great guy and later find out they're not after something permanent, such as during after. Yeah, this is true. But again, if we're traumatized and we trying to be compassionate, they are too. What we want to do is not, would you say, not attract traumatized people. And the only way to do that is not to be traumatized ourselves. They just as they same life, same auction block, honey, same auction block. I think if we fill our lives with the things that are important to us, we won't even see or cross paths with the bad ones. Their bad behavior is not our problem. Yes, I think filling the life was important to us, but I think it's more than what's important to us. I feel like it's real inner healing. Some women don't know that they're traumatized. Some women don't know. I see, like I said in Africa, some women don't know that this is not good, that this is bad treatment, but they don't feel good, and they go through depression. But they don't know it's because of their upbringing, or the boys get agitated before the girls do. And then, you know, I think that pull yourself up by the bootstrap, that's a hard one, and it's not fair. What if you don't have boots to even have a strap? It's the fundamental or foundational part that we're not dealing with. You know, it's like that story, and I know, I think you're African, so I know y'all believe in that suck it up thing. And there's a lot of Black American communities that believe in that too. Like, oh, suck it up, just get it together. Like, look at yourself and keep going. Don't worry about that. Make it anyway. That mentality got a lot of Africans out here that need some psychological help too. So the compassion definitely has to be there. They wear masks at times, I know, but we do too. Ours is just pretty and feminine, and we be wearing masks too. We be knowing good and well we know the shit that they saying ain't right, and we wear a mask and pretend we believe in all of it because we want to. And then when it proves to not be right, then the mask come off and we be bloody hell, honey. Bloody hell. The anger, the frustration, it all comes out. I disagree. People show their character even in small ways. The temperament, how they treat, speak on others. Yes, but what I'm saying is if you're traumatized, you can be traumatized with 5 degrees. Yes. You can be traumatized living in a big house. You can be traumatized and raised by rich parents who probably was taking advantage of you as a little girl. If you didn't heal, what you see as red flags, a person sees as normal. If you're not healed, what you see as bad behavior, somebody else's father was the same way with their mother, and their mother and father stayed together for 25, 30 years until he died. We're not even identifying that it's something unless you go to therapy, then you realize, oh shit, this is where it's coming from. So, Fiona Life, the problem still exists. Even if it would not impact us personally, our other sisters will be impacted. But we could heal, y'all. We could heal. Yes, baby, the problem will never go away, but women should have the foresight development to walk away. That's our power. I think a lot of women are very disempowered. It's nice to believe we are powerful, but we're not. We learning though, and we could be powerful. I think that has to be taught. I think we have to teach power. Yes, Lisa, it's not one-sided. Yeah. Do you think it's because we as women are attracted to a certain type of men? Do you think it's our choices? I think we are. I said that in a group one time. I said that, oh, I'm going to start changing the type. I know I got a type. But what I think is the type is still based on the trauma. That's what our daddy was, or our grandfather did. As somebody said, my grandfather, he was a great man. He always supported my grandmother. He made sure everybody ate. He had his own, his own business. But he cheated so bad on the grandmother. But yet, my friend said that her grandfather was a great man. And that's the kind of man she wanted. And then she got men that cheated on her and kept saying, I don't know why men always cheat, but you said your grandfather was a great man. You excused the cheating because he was a breadwinner. How many people do that? I just want us to think a little deeper here. So I think it is our choices, but our choices is still based on our trauma. Remember they say your type is somebody, now they're going around saying your type is your trauma. I think there's a lot of real to that. It's still based on the trauma. Not all women have the force exactly. For example, my mother passed away when I was 22. I ended up getting in a relationship with a guy who ended up abusing me. I didn't know. Yeah, that's another thing. A lot of women, I know because I've been doing this work for a long time, a lot of sisters don't have mothers in that way, or they lost their mother early. A lot of women here do too, though. There's a lot of women here that don't have mother figures or positive mother figures too. So yeah, we got to build a community and make it stronger again. Kalea, we need to sit back, watch how they move and what they say. And if it does not resonate with you, you can walk away. We really need to love ourselves more. We do. Now, let me say this. It's easy to say. You ever notice that people have been saying, love yourself, you got to love yourself. We've been saying this for a lot, but people are still going through the same stuff. What if love to you was shown in another way? What if love is hurting? What if love is yelling and screaming? What if love is, he loves me because he's so jealous because he loves me so much. He's so possessive because he loves me. So that girl was traumatized. She had no one to love her to even give an F about where she slept. This man's caring about where she sleeps, so he can cheat on her, he can abuse her, but he pays the bills. I think we got to think about the trauma. I was watching somebody today and she said, yeah, I got trauma, but everybody has trauma. We don't want to believe that the rich girl got trauma. We don't want to believe that the girl that went to whatever Catholic school, we know Catholic, I shouldn't even talk about the Catholic places. We know how much trauma the boys even got. We're talking about sick children that were raised by sick adults who grew up to be sick adults themselves. And because no one wants to admit and go through the therapy, whatever way that looks for you, then we're going to continue to... So it's easy to say, if the man shows you who he is might be exactly who your father was. This is normal for you. This is normal for you. What red flag? That's normal. Only he better. He feeds us. My father didn't even feed us. We need deeper help. We need deeper healing. We need to go a little deeper. I could be here with y'all blaming the man, and I could even be here with Fiona blaming the women, but I don't blame none. I say it's global. I think it's not just black. I think the patriarch thing is real big, that now we can have religion, we can have to justify the abuse. A lot of women, because I see it here, in the States, I grew up more with single black women, so women were more like the breadwinners and the kind of man and woman in the house. But here, the man is the breadwinner, usually. Not always, that's a lie too, first of all. But the men here are the head, so-called, of the household. We got broken men that are head of the household of another grown woman. It's just not good. So we got to get people to be well-raised, people to speak up against injustices, people to report. Like I said, when that clitoral thing and it was African women who stopped it. Child brides, African women who stopped it. When a society realized that the disease is what they created, then they'll be the ones that will uncreated and create something better. We're the same. We're all in this together. It's not one against the other. It's not the man is worse than the woman. We're in this together. Why don't we see it? We're hurt. Black people are hurt all over the world. How could we not be? We need help, and we need to stop pointing the finger at each other and get the healing. So we are not going to blame a girl that never saw love and said she should have saw the red flag. The red flag was a green flag. This shit was normal till she knocked upside her head or killed her. Then we start organizations so other girls won't go through it. We need to be mentors. But we got to be careful being mentors, because if we're blaming the girls or blaming the boys, if you have a son, that boy is horrible to you. You already think all men are shit. Now, oops, you got pregnant. Now the boy know you think men are no good. So how the boy gonna turn out? We're not going deep enough, and I need us to go deep enough. Oh, hey, I didn't think I would catch a lot. Good morning. Hey, good morning. Hey, at 22, no mother. I didn't have any guidance from auntie. No, grandma, I'm sure you didn't. If I feel there's no compassion for women who didn't know, I don't think it is, but it's about to be. It's about to be. You got an auntie right here. You know, yesterday I'm in school. I got this master class too. You know, the ladies were really saying like, you got me through a lot watching your videos for years. You know, there's aunties and then there's real aunties. It's got to be love. You can't be so hard. We think being a little too hard. I mean, I've been being too hard on both sides. I'm like, what y'all? Compassion, compassion. 7 laws of my eye, one of them is compassion. We gotta have compassion. I'm saying for ourselves and others. We gotta too. There's subtle, but there's victim blaming. That it's happening. You know what I told my brother that I wish that him, our father, our uncles, our grandfather would have told me what men are really about. Okay, but this is it. See, I hear you, but we don't wanna. Listen, y'all. I've been through the ringer. Okay, let me premise this. I had a man get out of my bed, tell me he'd be back, and went and got engaged to another woman. If that shit ain't the ring, I don't know what is. I should absolutely hate men right now, but I don't. All men are not the same, except for the traumatized one. They all the same because they're traumatized, but we, on some level, were traumatized too. If that's my brother and he sleeps in my house and he got my last name, I'm traumatized too. We had the same parents. It ain't, men should tell you how the men are. I agree with you that that's not going to help us. Men should change men and women should help to change women. That's what we want to look for. That's what the next generation could do. They don't have to be like the traumatized men from society, from their own parents. We can create a better generation. What are we aunties over here? We not giving these girls nothing. We're not telling them to stay with the dog. We're saying, listen, let's deal with why you're attracted. Now, you might not have known that was abuse, but now you know it's abuse. Because you're sitting up in the hospital time after time. Now you know it's abuse. So now how do we deal with the abuse? How do we fix the abuse on both sides? We pray and we change it. We say, listen to our sons. You don't want to be like your daddy. You don't want to be like your granddaddy. What he did was not cute. But I see it here, and I know it's in the States as well. I see it here. The men encourage the men to be promiscuous or to be cheaters and tell them that it's part of the culture. That real men have more than one woman. It's the sick. And this idea that African women love polygamy and they're all down for it, maybe the Muslims, that's another thing. I don't know about that. I'm talking about the so-called Christians. They are crying, they being hurt. They don't like it. They don't want their men cheating either. They don't just turn a blind eye. It's systematic. It's a whole society. It's patriarchy that tells that man that he should he should go. Let me make sure I know we got this rated PG. It's a society. How do we do it differently? We tell our sons it's not true. A lot of people get hurt, and you're going to get hurt too. So you think those men that do those player guys, you think they're really happy? I never met one that was happy. I want you to know, you met a player that was happy. I mean happy, because happiness is a word. You met a happy player? I have never in my life met a happy player. Frustrated, looking behind their back, on their shoulders, sick all the time, scared. Who wants to really be like that? Have sympathy for that man. Don't get with him. Don't be with him. Don't get under him. But know he's sick. Because his father was sick. His father told him it was okay. This is how you do. This is what you do. So we got to stop that behavior. We got to nip it in the bud. What is we up here being aunties and we still talking about men are bad. Women are dumb and stupid and gullible. What are we doing here? Raise the vibration, ladies. That's the ways that we could do it. I understand you would have moved different when it came to relationships, but we would have been with nobody. So we want to say to them, I wish you told me, I would say to my uncles, I wish you knew why you treat women the way you do. We should hold them accountable. I don't want to accept that. If you just tell me the men are bad, then I'll accept that and go on about my business. Who's going to stop the men from being bad? Who's going to stop the women from falling for it? If we stop one, we stop the other. But I hear you. I understand what you said. There's that level. That's a level. I wish they would tell me what the game was. Then there's a level where I wish we would never had the game. Another level is I wish we could eliminate the game. Another level is how do we birth new children in the world that they don't have to play the game? What do we have to instill in them so that this is not commonplace? We know it's not right. It's not right. So we want to go deeper. Yes, but I hear you, darling. My mother disclosed to me she was abused by my father. When I got older, to this day, my father denies it. So yes, it's generational. Thank you. Yeah, not everyone has boots. Yes. The suck it up thing is perpetuated by women and men. Yes. But I understand. Like I said, I ain't mad at Fiona. Fiona's like, listen, we got to do better. That's the love that Fiona's having. That's love. I love us, and I'm tired of seeing us hurt. I felt that. So we got to stop putting ourselves in these positions so we don't be hurt. I hear Kalea too. You should have put me up on the game if I knew. All those are levels, and it ain't the worst level. It's not getting down to the nitty gritty, and we about the nitty gritty over here. That's all I'm saying. But I got y'all. Yeah, oh yeah, that one ain't cool. Are you watching from Zimbabwe? Ganja, rich boy, suck it up, just will choose better. That's true. That's what the men like to say, which is not nice. I appreciate the guidance now, but I didn't have it early on. I'm unpacking and like, yeah, you're doing great. Everybody is doing great. And he didn't like many of us. Yes, you are. Yes, normal is different for everyone. Yes. That makes sense, Lisa, what you said about how the woman sees love and she sees, yes. No, it's not just in the black community. No. Claire, I agree. These issues span across all ethnic. Yes. I'm focused on black people in person. I understand. But I just want you to know it's patriarchy. Go stay there, and then we can get somewhere. But I totally understand. Baby G understood. Yes, we need mentors that don't tell us to suck it up and then, yeah. We need, mentors that have compassion, yeah, that are empathetic. Yes. Men change men, women change women. Thank you, Latoya Edwards. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Truth says that. Baby G says, better together. Yes. You always have been amazing teaching and sharing this topic in a space that needs your voice. Thank you, Latoya. How you doing, sweetie pie? Yes, nip it in the bud. Yes, you got it. Men and women, yes, you are teaching. Yes. Daisy, there are good black men in this world, but they move very differently. Their standards for love and attraction are much different, and we got to get on that vibratory frequency. Exactly, Daisy. We do. I mean, now we'll see. We'll be like, wow, we met them over there doing that thing, and their mama and father was doing it too. Like, yeah, we're going to do differently, but that's when we really start feeling better about ourselves. Once we feel good about ourselves, none of that will ever happen to us again. But we do have a responsibility to make sure it happens to no one else. And we're aunties. So we got to make sure we move in, because there's a lot of whoa, but that's okay, because there's true feelings, and we want to get to the true feelings. I'm saying, so this is an example of traumatized. So when we don't get to talk about this or have this conversation with people in our daily lives most of the time. We go to work, we come home, we look normal, we look well, we look together. But look how much pain that came out of this today. Look how much hurt on someone. Look how much anger. Oh, there's a whole bunch of anger up in here. That's okay. I'm not mad at it. I'm just saying. That shows you that we're traumatized too. That's trauma to say, suck it up. That's trauma to say, all men are, or black men never been. It's okay. I want to make sure. That's why I'm taking my time with y'all. It's okay. I've been through the goddamn ringer. I've been through some shit I don't wish on nobody, but I cannot sit here and say, God, that happened to me. So I know I have work to do. I have work to do. And I still got work to do. And I'm willing for us to do it together. I'm glad we're taking this time. I'm glad we're doing this. This is what the class is supposed to be. I said it's a class because that's what it turned out being today. And it's okay. So I love y'all. Thank you, Daisy. Period, says Baby G. Speak truth, sis. Thank you. I want a good black man, and the universe will align me at the right time. Oh, I love that. Look at this healing coming on. But now I'm taking the time to heal. For me too, darling. And dating myself, yes. Me too. Me too, y'all. I'm dating myself. I'm loving on myself. I'm gonna go so far as to say, and Fiona, if you're still around, I think this one you will get too, that I know that I feel like a lot of work to do on myself, that if I met somebody right now, I don't think he'd be exactly like the last one, but sometimes they come worse. Because the universe is like, sit your butt down. Didn't I tell you? You ain't ready yet. I believe that. Honey, it takes strength to be vulnerable. It takes strength to tell the truth. It takes strength to love a black man in these modern times. It takes strength to say, oh no, they still, and I'm literally what I told you happened. Literally, left by, I'll see you in 2 days. And I should be on the floor. I should be fucking wacko right now. If I could do it, if I can look at it another way, I promise anybody can. So, because that's what y'all said you love about me. I ain't sitting here talking about that never happened to me. I got a clinical psychologist. I'm a clinical psychologist. I've studied this in the books. I know the answers. I'm telling you, I went through the mother effing ringer, through the mud. And anybody can deny that. You can't deny that. So you be lying. You telling a lie. I heard people say all kinds of things. You should have known better. So I know that thing is your fault. No responsibility to the other person because they are male. That's what I'm telling you. This is patriarchy. And even women that are victims of it, support it and keep it going. You're an old woman. Should never. So I tied the person down and made them get with me. But the whole thing is ridiculous. The man approaches you. That's how it happens. Oh, I went through all of it, y'all. All of it. But I can recognize sickness when I see it. See, I know the whole story. I know the generational story. I was there in all of it. I got to see the intricacies of it. So I understand trauma. That's why I could forgive. That's why I could let go. Because I watched the story. I'm on this side, so I'm seeing it. God put me in a very wonderful position. And the best position is to still keep my heart open and to love. To never stop loving, the love for my sisters and the love for my brothers. They didn't win if you still have that. If you become bitter, if you're angry, if you close your heart, they fucking won. If you didn't do that shit, that's when they look at you and be like, how could this person still be standing? Looking beautiful, glowing and shining, still showing love, still giving love. Because love is powerful. And if I lose that, I lose my power. I'll never lose it. It'll never happen. I love black men. That's all I want when I want one. Not right now. I'm with you, baby G. Not right now. I ain't ready. But, we give thanks for that, right? We give thanks. Yes, exactly. Yes. I am too loving on me. I treat me how I want to be. Yes, you do, honey. And I did a video. Ooh, Kalei, you got to see the video. If you didn't see it on Higher Elevation channel. I said that. I said, y'all, let's buy our beautiful dresses. Let's get our hair done. Let's do our mani-pedis. Let's stay at a massage in the house. This is loving on ourselves. Instead of waiting for somebody else to give us all this love and pampering and care, we doing it for ourselves. We celebrating our birthdays with ourselves. Listen, this is a beautiful time. This is a beautiful time. And I love you, Kalei, and I thank you because you've shown all of us how to do it. The universe will sit us down, baby G. Come on now. My heart is still not closed. I know it's not. Buy our own flowers now. Buy our own flowers now. We're amazing. We're amazing. We're amazing. I love y'all. That's why I tell you, if I could sit here and see both sides clearly, I don't know how I survived. From y'all, from my sisters, y'all, not even the ones that I know here personally, y'all. Every day allowing me to be myself, allowing me to express every single moment, up and down, in and out, Y'all, that's therapy. Y'all was my therapy. Y'all was my therapy. Y'all was supportive, loving. Y'all was doing, like you said, being moderators, making sure y'all was letting my message get through. That's power. And every day they got to remember and know that this woman right here, I tried to destroy her and I did not do it. That's some God inside of you, child. So we just continue to love on ourselves and don't have no hate for no one. We just now we're smarter. Now discernment makes sense. Now boundaries I understand. This is the whole reason why it happened. Spirit said, where you going? I need you to be a little stronger. Too, a lot of times too, you be stronger. You be like, okay, I'm not gonna go for this, I'm not gonna go for that. And the person removes themselves. But sometimes it has to be harsh because you wouldn't get the lesson if it wasn't harsh. You wouldn't get the lesson. You would go out there and do the same thing the same way, think it's gonna be different. Now you got the lesson. I mean, my eyes is different. Ain't no little girl eyes no more. These here is grown women eyes right here. There's some eyes that seen some shit, that been through some shit on the continent. So I know my strength. And I know that you can come through. If I came through, you can come through too. You can come through too. We coming through together. I'll hold your hand all the way. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, Catherine, baby G. We love you too. Thank you, Shanika. That was beautiful conversation with sisters. Love this. Thank you, Lakeisha. Yes, man, we love you, sis. I love y'all too. God says revenge is mine. It's not yours. Be still knowing God. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm not even looking for revenge. But yes, I'm not even looking for revenge. I don't know if you implying that. Ain't nobody looking for revenge. Revenge? No, I'm looking for love. And it's inside of me. And I'm giving it to my sisters. And I'm getting it from my sisters. And I love men. And I love black men. I have no revenge for anybody. Just like you said, there's nothing you have to do. It's just energy you put out, you get back. So we want to put out some great energy. That's what we're doing today. We're putting out beautiful energy. But you women, when a woman tell her story, we have to listen and respect it and understand it and learn from it and grow from it. Mad, I ain't got time for that. Upset, no love, please. That would take away from me and my essence. That would take from me the work that I do with women. We had a session today, didn't we? We had a session today, and I'm loving it, and I'm grateful. Oh, and this will stay up. Don't even think I'm gonna take it down, because I'm not. I hope we have more. I would like to have more. I would like to facilitate that if I could. Yes, that's right. We good. I only want a black man as my life. I know you do. But right now, it's okay. If we never have another one, too, that's okay, too. We're going to love on ourselves. We're going to learn, and we're going to teach our girls and our boys. I would like to see the women be like, you know what? I'm going to teach my sons how to treat people. And I'm going to teach him why his daddy or grandfather couldn't. I'm going to teach my daughter why her mama wasn't there and what that looked like and what society, what effect society has. We need to be more nurturing so that when we see problems in our community, we help to solve them and not be part of the problem. We forgive everyone. We forgive. I forgive. I forgive. I forgive. I forgive. Every day I wake up with that forgiveness in my heart. I gotta forgive because if I don't forgive, I'm gonna be eaten up. I'm not gonna be here. I got a whole daughter. I got a whole bunch of people that love me. And I understand the sickness. I understand more than anybody else. I'm here. So I see it and I understand it. And I give thanks. Y'all don't know. People say the biggest comeback, whatever, revenge, whatever, is success. No, it's love. It's love. And it's love for yourself. And it's strength in love. So much beauty in love. It's love. It's love. Nobody can tell you today you're amazing. You are amazing. Let's keep going. I love y'all. Yes, I'm going to live my life, even if I end up being single. Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't even put nothing on it. Just things happen in the right time. But right now, it ain't the right time. But it's the right time to love yourself. So we got that going on. Yes, ma'am. I thank y'all. I'm going to go do some work. I don't think today's a big work day. I think it was work. We did some work. That was work. We love that work. All right. I love you with all my heart, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Peace, love, and blessings.